Hello everybody, welcome to the UVO Hercules channel. My name is Grant, and today we'll be looking at the 1/100 scale, non-grade, Zaku Warrior from Seed Destiny. This kit comes with a butt load of accessories. It was released in 2004 along with the Seed Destiny show. I got this kit for around $38. This kit comes with a lot, so let's get right into it.
So right here we have the Zaku with no accessories at the moment, just the mobile suit by itself. Take a good look at it. It looks exactly like how it does in the anime. It doesn't have the Master Grade reimagining. I'm honestly totally cool with the Master Grade reimagining, but I still think that there is a purpose for kits like these. So this is a no-grade kit. If you're wondering what a no-grade kit is, a no-grade kit means that it pretty much is not a part of like any specific big line. Like there's high grades and master grades and real grades. This is just specifically the Zaku and the 1/100 scale. It was releasing with the TV show, so it doesn't actually have a grade. They were doing master grades at the time, but I guess they just did this as its own line. There are a lot of mobile suits in this, and this one specifically was recolored into the Jaime custom, the orange, this orange, and I think green, and then the Luminaria custom, and then the Rey Zabarel custom. All those are pretty good. This one is just the cheapest one, and I kind of really wanted a Zaku from Seed Destiny because most of them are P-Bandai now. Very disappointing as always. But if we take a look at the kit, it is pretty simplistic, not a whole lot of room for panel lines, but you definitely can get some panel lines in. There will be a lot of accessories in this video. So we're going to start off with the articulation first. The head is pretty limited by the collar, but you can get the pretty good motion. So that's good. The shoulders can go out. This one is pretty limited, but it can get that 90 degrees. This one can also get that 90 degrees. We'll talk about that hand in a second. But of course, these big chunky things like the shield and the shoulder pad are definitely going to be blocking it. It does have pretty good rotation. I don't think it can get 90 degrees, but you can get some waist movement out of it. These hip skirts all do move up. They do pop out sometimes, so be careful of that. You can pretty much get as high as the hip skirt can go. And then for that knee bend, really, really good actually. It does look a little bit awkward because this is just like a rectangle. And then the foot has minimal articulation. Oh, that does not sound good. And for the arms, you have a bicep swivel, I guess that's as far as the arm can go, and then ball jointed hands. The hands are on polycaps, so they're a little bit loose, but that's okay. And the shield is on a dumbbell joint. So that is the articulation for this figure. You can pretty much get a good amount of poses. The legs are very, very good. So if you want to get this on a fight stand, you will have to use the one that just kind of cups around the bottom. There definitely is room for it, but it doesn't have like a specific hole you can plug it in. So we're going to get on to the accessories, and we're going to start with the beam rifle. Right here we have the beam rifle. It has some pretty good molded in detail. Just some vents along with that might be a flashlight. There's no sticker for that though, so I have no idea. For any movement parts, you have the handle, can go up that far and then down that far. And then you have the magazine. It can move down and then over to the side like that. This is removable. However, this is one of the ones on the shield. So as you can see, it has no bottom filling. However, this one that is meant for the gun is specifically, and has a different part number and everything, does not have any holes. It's completely covered up. So these are compatible. However, it will look a little bit worse. It also does have a little peg right there. And it can plug in to the back of the Zaku. So you pull this down, you can see that there's a little peg right there. You move the magazine off to the opposite side, and then you can plug it in like that for storage. Very nice for something like this to have that. especially since for the beam axe, it does not have that. I have no idea if it will work with any of the packs. I assume it would because the packs do not go down this far. However, we will just have to see. Right here, we have the beam axe or tomahawk, whatever it is. It is right here. It does have some pretty nice molded in detailing with some screws and another spot for panel lining. I believe that this is the activated mode. If you want to do the deactivated mode, you can take off this beam effect and then you move this part up into a storage position. Keep in mind that this does have a specific way to go in. The smallest peg goes on the top to fill it in right there, just like that. It can go into the hand, however, it does not have a designated peg hole, and these hands are absolutely monstrous. So we will just connect those really quickly. If I can get them together. There we go. And then you can take your Zaku, and boom. Now has a handle on his axe. It does immediately lean forward, so keep that in mind. And the gun fell off. We'll leave that to the side for now. But yeah, he can hold it decently well. If you fold him far enough, he can hold it pretty straight. So you can get him into some nice poses with it. It's definitely an afterthought. There's no place to store this on the mobile suit, but it is there if you want it. So now we're going to get into the backpacks. It comes with the Blaze and the Wizard pack, I believe that they are both called. We're going to start off with the Blaze pack right here. Move this guy to the side. As you can see, it does have a single peg connection space. It technically has 3, but this is really what does it. There's a poly cap in here that will keep that in place, and these 2 are just pretty much for holding it like steady in one fixed place. So with this, you do have some articulation. This top fin can move up and down. These can open like that. They open from the light gray part down, and then these can also open up in the back. The thrusters can. For stickers, there are these white stickers right there. And I believe that these are the only stickers on this part. So that's pretty cool. But if we're going to get them onto it, you can just simply plug it in like that, and then you can adjust how you want it to look. Personally, I think that does look pretty cool. And then if you want, you can open these up, or if you want, you can have these much more down. Having it off to the side is ultimately just up to you. Have these open for the missile pods to go. This one is definitely the least interesting, but I think it just works the best. If you want to get them into a flying pose, you can. That great flying pose I have right here. But this is probably the better of the 2 packs. It's just, even though it is more simplistic, I think that's what's making it the better, because there's just less going on. So therefore, it stays together a lot more. And if we look towards the back, you can, or if I can, plug this in here. However, it does interfere with these going all the way down. So technically this one could go down a little bit further, but it still does fit pretty well if you want it into a stored position. Now we have the Wizard pack. This has quite a bit of stickers. This red one, white one, these red ones. So a pretty decent amount of stickers. This one is pretty nice. It does have this really, really nice fabric thing that's also connected to a tube. However, please super glue the tube inside. It'll make your life so much easier. This thing loves to pop out. I just grabbed a thing of Loctite super glue and shoved it in there. Unfortunately, this one's also really, really finicky, but it's also really, really cool. So you plug it in just like the other ones. You line up that peg, and then you just shove it in there, and already that looks really badass. The gun is massive. However, the arm on the gun, this black robot arm, as soon as you unpeg it, it will immediately just want to come off like that. It is simply connected by a C-clip, and that just is not going to work. So I will tell you all the steps, but I will probably go off camera to get more along in the progress, because I would be here for well over 5 minutes. You definitely want to start off by taking off this hand right here, and you're just going to want to pull it apart like this. Then you're going to want to go over here, and you're going to want to fold this out into the full position, and then you're going to want to connect the hand to the gun. This is on a hinge, so it's pretty easy to move. However, it just doesn't move enough and it will get in the way. So that's why we're taking off the hand right now. So now that we have the hand connected, we're going to want to get it holding in this arm right here. One thing is you want to make sure that this is moved forward so it will be easy to connect. It's like, yep, and that fell off. So just make sure this is moved forward like this because you do want to connect it. Now that you have it connected like this, the robot arm is connected along with the hand. You're going to want to fold out. It might all fall apart here. This piece is a little hard to get out. Okay. This secondary handle, and then you're going to want to turn this arm sideways so the joint is facing towards the cockpit of the robot. And then you're just going to want to do your best, just get it on there, and then connect the hand in after. So just like that. And then you have it connected. You can get it, of course, a little bit more easily posed. And then boom, you have your wizard rifle. This rifle is really, really nice and big. However, it is also really unwieldy. You can still get into some nice poses. You can definitely flare it out so it looks like it's shooting something. It is really, really cool, I will admit it, but I bet it's done better on the Luminaria Hawk Massacre that they released, I think, in 2015. But it is here, and I do like the option that it is here. And honestly, it looks pretty cool. If I didn't like the Blaze Pack better, this would be a very, very nice way to display my Zaku, and I honestly might display it like this for a little bit. The rifle can also fit in here, however, it does get in the way of this stock for the Wizard Pack blaster. So it's not really that compatible. But it did better than I thought it would. And by far, the weirdest accessory I think I've seen with any kit I've ever had are these cool little character cards. So you have Athranzala and Dirka, Elfman, or Ethman, and they have like their bios on it. That would focus. It's not a clear back. I can barely even read it. So it says Athranzala, get back where it's focusing, age 18, 174 centimeters, 60 kilograms in weight. Birthday is October 27th. He's a Scorpio. He's a blood type O, coordinator, and boarding the machine Blaze Zaku Warrior. Here we have Dirka Elfman, age 19, 180 centimeters, 58 kilograms, March 29th. He's an Aries, AB blood type, coordinator, and boarding the gunner Zaku Warrior. They also come with these really, really cool stands. So you can have this actually standing next to your Zaku. I've never seen these before, and these are honestly kind of cool. I don't display it with the Zaku, but they're just kind of cool to have, I'll be honest. By far, my biggest pet peeve with this kit was trying to find the scale of it. And if we wanted the scale right now, I have my tape measure right here. It is a little under 7 inches. So probably about 6.5. I didn't know that though. So I'm going to do some comparisons to show you kind of what it looked like on your shelf. We're going to start off with the high grade Origin RX-78-2 Gundam. Snatch him up. Now we got the high grade Unicorn Destroy mode. So they're actually pretty close to the same size. That is a little surprising, I won't even lie. The Master Grade 3.0 RX, this one is in a pose, this one is standing up straight. So this is a pretty small 1/100 kit, but I mean, I think it still looked pretty cool. We got some small mobile suits out there. Speaking of smaller mobile suits, here we have the Sandrock Endless Waltz Master Grade. So they're actually pretty close to the same size. Here we have the Master Grade Dual Gundam. So It's actually not as bad as I thought it'd be. It just looks so small because the duel has the all the extra armor on it, so it looks massive. Now we're gonna do some more general comparisons. Here we have it next to a Lego minifigure. Let's take the camera off the stand. So that's a Lego minifigure compared to it. Snatch that guy right up. Here we have a standard 6-inch Black Series figure, the Clone Trooper 501st Phase 1. About the same size. Studio Series 38 Optimus Prime. Almost knocked on my camera. So also about the same size. And then we have just a standard Sharpie. So there you go. Those are the comparisons.
And there is my look at the 1/100 Zaku Warrior from the Seed Destiny line. I still think that there is a purpose for this kit to exist. It looks very nice and it looks exactly like the anime, and I do appreciate the anime design a lot. Nothing against the Master Grade, but I think that they both can fit on the same shelf. Overall, if you want to pick this kit up, I do not think that you will be disappointed in the slides. It comes with a lot of cool stuff. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.